So today we're talking about 5 quick tips that will really help you elevate your videos. Now the first tip is pretty straightforward. It is a simple locked off shot. Now I've been utilizing this shot quite frequently in my most recent videos, and I love it because naturally as people, we like to people watch, and when you have a shot like this in your video, it instantly puts the viewer into a third-person perspective. Now the shot is pretty straightforward. You just put it onto a tripod or something stable like I am here. Or what I often do is I just lock my hands, hold the camera steady against my body, hit record and let the scene roll. And if you're lucky, you will have something happen in your frame as it's rolling, or something will pass through. And it's a great way to get the viewer to start to think about the scene, and it sort of establishes where you are as well. Now, reason why I find that shot so powerful is because it really shows off the beautiful image quality of your camera. Now, if you're using something like an A7S III or A7 IV, or even a Red or an ARRI, when the camera is still like that, it gives the viewer an opportunity to really look at the picture quality and really analyze the details and nuances of the picture. So tip number 2 is what I'm calling second person perspective, but it's also third person perspective in a way. It's a fairly still shot, but there is some camera movement that is slowly introduced. You do have a main subject, and that main subject is what is motivating the movement of your camera. So if you're having someone cut through your frame and they are your subject, you start to track that subject crossing the frame a little bit. Or in some shots, I like to push in towards the subject to sort of reveal who they are. Tip number 3 is fairly common, and I guess I'm just gonna call it first person perspective. For me, when I shoot in this way, I'm essentially just following my main character or main subject. And a lot of the times it's Katrina, because she's in my video quite often, but I'm just shooting her from behind and walking along with her. But the important thing is to remember to get coverage. So I'll also get her from the side and her from the front, and I'm walking backwards, tracking her coming towards me. And that'll give you more room in your edit. Now, this shot is important and powerful because with the other 2 shots, you're in the third person or second person perspective, and you're kind of just watching what's happening. Now, with this shot, now you're in the action. You feel like you are a part of the scene, and you can start to feel it and embody everything a little bit more rather than just watching it and anticipating. Tip number 4 is details. Now, for me, I always make sure I try to get specific details, like maybe a watch or a hand or a close-up of the feet or a purse. That way, when you start to gather sort of your different coverages and the details, it really gives the person the feeling of being in the scene, being in that moment, being able to feel it, trying to give them sort of an emotional connection to everything that's happening. So yeah, don't forget details. And lastly, the last and final tip is pretty simple. Just put it all together. Now that you have your third person perspective shot, your first person perspective shots, and the different coverages and your details, you put them all together, and that's when you're gonna get one of the most important parts of storytelling and video making, which is a sequence. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Go out, shoot a few different sequences, practice a few of these different tips, and I promise you that it will help your video making. It'll help keep the viewers engaged in your videos, and it'll also help push your story forward to get you from the opening of the video to the end of the video in whatever style of video you're making, whether it be a long film, a documentary, a YouTube video like this, or just a simple vlog. So have fun making videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.